Hi everyone, it's Dina Babel and I'm so excited to talk about my new series. It's called Girlfriend to Girlfriend. So I thought about this idea because of the hundreds of emails that I get asking for advice all the time. And we all know I love to give advice. I thought we would split it up to talking about friendships, relationships at work, co-parenting, relationships with family members, children. This series, we're going to talk about friendships specifically. Do you have divorce remorse with a friendship? Have you had a falling out? And do you miss them? Are you seeking a friendemption? Friendemption, by the way, is a phrase that I coined, and it's when you have a friendship that you're seeking redemption with. Is it something bothering you deep down in your soul or your gut telling you you miss this person or you're not sure if you want them back in your life or what to do with it? So we're going to give you answers here. The first situation that I want to talk about is two girlfriends that met later in life when they were both single and kind of on the party circuit and having a good time. They were brought together with just the moment and the situation in their life, not necessarily with experience or history, just having a good time. So these girls partied together. They had a great time together. They were in each other's weddings, and one went through a divorce and is now single again, and the other is married happily. One has kids and one does not. And so their relationship, their friendship has changed. It's evolved. And what's happened is along the time that this friendship was building, when they were just having a good time, there started to be little fractures in the relationship. Some jealous, some envy, some questionable, just different ideals, different opinions on how to handle situations. So you got to watch in your friendship because judgment will creep in. And if we're not honest and upfront with the things that are bothering us in the relationship, the fractures will become big barriers in the friendship, and before long it'll just kind of disintegrate. And I think that's what happened with these two girlfriends. So this is my advice. Is it too much drama? Is it too much to have this friend in your life? They may not be dramatic. Maybe it's just the chemistry of these two women together are dramatic. I don't know. But is it causing you more pain than it is good? Is it causing you pain because your gut is telling you you need to do something about it? Or is the situation causing you pain? Maybe the person's hurting you. Maybe there's envy or jealousy. What is it? I would get to the matter of what in your gut is bothering you about this friendship. Is it, like I said, the judgment? Is it that you've seen something with this friend that you don't really love anymore and you have different ideals and different ideas about how things are supposed to go in life? So check yourself for judgment and ask yourself, is this something that we can get through? The second thing is, if your feelings start to shift about a person or about the friendship or about the amount of time that you may want to spend with them, be as honest as you're comfortable with. Maybe say, hey, look, I'm going to be spending more time with my husband, or I'm spending more time with my kids. I just don't have as much time to spend with you. Just be honest. I think if your intentions are coming from the right place and love is what's bringing that conversation up, it can only take care of itself. Sometimes we have to take space. Sometimes we have to evolve independently to come back together. Or sometimes we evolve independently and we just go our separate ways, but always in love. So let's check that and always make sure we're coming from the right place. I would say, can you speak your piece? Is it 50-50? Can you be who you need to be? Can you be vulnerable? Can you be honest? Can you say, this is what's bothering me, or this is where it came from? It's interesting to me that relationships, as close as our girlfriends, that one little thing will happen and trigger us, and as women, we back off and we take space. We take space away from one another because we can't deal with hurting the other person's feelings most of the time. We don't want to say something that'll hurt them in anger or passive aggressiveness or whatever we do, so we just back all the way off. And unfortunately, as women, a lot of times we go talk to our other friends to try to get some kind of validation as to how we're feeling. You can validate yourself and you can check yourself and say, does this feel right with me? Maybe take the space to understand if you acted in a way that you would like to apologize for, and come back together with that friendship. So I double check to see if you have a 50-50 relationship and if you can be honest. Also understanding what circumstances brought you together. Sometimes, like I said, it's a season or a reason. If these two girls came together on the party circuit and they were just having a good time together, maybe with one moving on and getting married and having a family, they can't really relate to each other in the same way all the time. So maybe what they relate to is the fun they had when they first met. And that's okay. You could still go out and have a drink with that friend or invite them to a birthday party, but maybe they're not in your everyday inner circle. So figure out what makes sense for me. The next thing is, if you're struggling and you see them on social media or you see other friends continuing their friendship and it's bothering you, don't bring everyone into it. That's not fair to the other friends in the periphery, and it's not fair to you and your girlfriend. So take the space you need, figure out what's bothering you, and come clean from an intentional standpoint and let them know, hey, I miss you. I want to work this out, and let's find our new normal. So if you're looking for a Friendemption, or you want to send me a question about if you should get back with one of your girlfriends, if it's time to cut bait, or if you want to have a Friendemption, send the question to dina@dinababel.com. I would love to hear from you. You can ask me anything about parenting, about boyfriends, girlfriends, co-workers, whatever you want to come up with. I'm going to give you the 411. So again, thanks for enjoying Girlfriend to Girlfriend. And if you have a question, let me know. I'll be glad to answer it. Talk soon.